Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? My name is Bill. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over Lightburn 2.0.00. It's a pre-release that I downloaded, and I'm going to go over a few of the different things that are with it. Things that I've noticed, the things that I've kind of messed with like in the last day or two. But this is what it'll look like when you download it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to show you real quick some of the things I do like about it. So I'm going to get rid of this one here, and I'm going to pull up the version 1.7.06. This is the one you're familiar with. You got your square, your circle, your polygon, your node editing, and same all things down here. This is what you're used to seeing. Now in this one, you used to be able to, you can do it. You can use a dark background. So what it'll do is it'll change your plane, your work plane here. It'll change it to gray. Now on the new one, if you download the new version, where it's not released yet, it's on pre-order yet, but if you download the new one, it's going to come with a nice, you got your screen, your work plane is gray, and also around is gray. I really like this. It's a lot easier on my eyes. I don't get as tired, messing with this as much. Just takes a little bit to get used to the colors, but other than that, it's real decent. And when you get it, it's going to come standard white, the way you're used to with the old one. You have to come into the gears, go to display. You click on use dark background like you did on the 1.7, but also down here now you also have the classic light, which is the one you're used to, or classic dark. I have it on dark. If I change it to light, I'm going to have to close this out and re-bring it back up. So I'm just going to leave it on the dark. Now, when I first started doing this video, you saw the white screen. That's what it looked like standard. You can change it to this dark, just like I showed you. Now, some of the other key features that are a little bit different. You see on the left-hand side here, you have the square, and then you go right to node editing. You don't have the circle or the polygon. You don't have any of those underneath there. It goes right from the square to the node editing. You can still hover over them, and you can still see what each thing is. Like you got S for smooth, L for line, C for corner, D for delete, I for insert, and so on and so on. So they're still the same. But if you click on the node editing, you'll see this other panel come up. I haven't messed too much with this here. It's more confusing right now than what it is to just know that I can click. Well, first I got to change this to, let me get out of this. I got to change, we'll change this one, and we're going to right click, and we're going to convert to path. Now we'll go into our node editing, and you can still go in the middle or anywhere on this line, hit M for middle. It's going to insert a node. You can still hit I if you want to insert it right that one spot. You can still insert it. You can still hit S for smooth. You can still hit C for corner. So you can just do the one side at a time instead of both sides. Because if you had the smooth, when you do one side, the other side moves. If you do C for corner, one side moves, the other one stays. So you can still do those same features. You can still highlight these, and you can still drag them out. You can still hit the D key to delete them. So they're all over here, but it's just much easier to do the shortcut keys than what it is to mess with those over there. You're more than welcome to mess with them. I don't mess with them. They're a little bit more than what it is like just using the keyboard. So let me go back to a square. All right. So that's a little bit different, quite a bit different. The old one, if you hit the node editing, you put a square and put that on a red layer, right click, convert to path. Now if you go to your node editing, you can still do the same stuff, except for you don't have that panel come on the side there. So this is the way I would still continue to use it on the new version. It's just easier for me. All right. The other thing that is different, if you don't have the circle, you don't have the polygon, if you click and hold this, left click and hold it, it brings up this other panel box. They added quite a bit more features to it. You got a dual star, you got star, octagon, pentagon, triangle. So you have the same ones that you had, but they added more. So if you want to do a triangle, you can click your triangle. And it's always going to remember the last one you did. So you can come up here and you can do different things. And it's going to keep that triangle in there. That's the last one you used. It's going to keep it in there. Now, if you click and hold, you can bring it up, and then you can do your star, the dual star. Dual star is kind of neat. If it has the regular star right in the middle, it'll have the regular star, all the same points, but then it's going to have a smaller star that's kind of turned and welded into it. So it's just kind of a neat thing right there. Excuse me. So that dual star is kind of neat, and you can mess with it. But you can also node edit this star as well too. Convert it to path, node edit in, and then you can still manipulate these nodes as well too, just like you did with the other ones as well. So that's going to be your node edit in, and then of course you have, like I said, you left click and hold. It's going to bring up all those different new shapes that they added to it, which is really nice. All right, so the other one we're going to kind of touch real quick is going to be the weld feature. All you have now is you have weld, and then you have the Boolean assistant. If you click and left click and hold it, it's going to bring up what each of these are. So let me go back. You can still also hit Control B, and it's going to pull up your Boolean assistant right there. That's what I like. This is the one I use. It lets you see which one it is that you're actually working on. So that's the one I would use. But it's still also, it's all going to be right in here as well too, if you know what Boolean subtract is, Boolean intersection is. So you can still do all those, but me personally, I always use Control B on the keyboard, and it just pulls it right up for me. So that's what I like. Now I'm going to change, we have these different colors here. We go, oh, here's another thing that's real decent. If you do a star, oh, got to click it. If you do a star, when you let go, you don't have to go to your selector tool anymore. It automatically, after the first time you do it, automatically changes it right back to your selector tool. So now you can do what you have. Remember before, when you were doing certain image, certain designs, you would go ahead and do it, and then all of a sudden you would drop a little nugget somewhere. You're like, okay, why is this? What happened here? Now every time you click one, ellipse, it automatically drops you right back into that. So now you can size it and all that. So that's real decent. Now, the other thing that's kind of neat, well, it's you can still do, if you hit Shift and left key, you can still select the ones that you have. So that's still the same. But you remember I used to be able to right click it and it would flash all the blue or flash all the red. Now it don't do that. Now if you right click, it's going to bring up this panel box that's going to have you where you have to come down here to flash them to see where they all are. So if you right click, it's going to bring it up where you can do disable this layer, and it's gonna not output them. You can come over here and you can disable all layers but this one, and it's going to keep all the blue and get rid of all the rest. Is there much of a difference? No, because you have it right here. So to me, that's not something that I'll mess with. The only thing is when you right click now to flash your colors, it's going to you're gonna have to come down here and hit flash the content on this layer. So that's what that'll work. So that's kind of a real quick one. That's really basically most of the new stuff that's with it. There are a few other things I haven't messed with yet. Some of them's with the camera, but that's kind of what it is. That's the new update that's going to be coming out for you. This gray screen is just, to me, that's, and then having the different the other different shapes and things, that was kind of nice also. And then when you do, like I say, when you draw something, it's automatically going to bring you automatically to your selector tool, so you don't have to worry about it. There's so many times where you're doing something, you're like, oh God, let me delete that and go back and hit my selector tool. It's just more of a pain. Now they have it to where every time you do a shape, it's automatically going to bring you right back to your selector tool. I really like that. So the colors, the shape, the things that are different, the node editing, those things are not what I'm going to mess with a whole lot. But Maybe eventually I'll mess with them a little bit, but to me it's just so much easier to just convert that to a path and then go ahead and node edit in, just do my thing like I was doing. S for smooth is already there, but you know, you can click on it, hit C for corner, and same thing like I showed you before. They're all still exactly the same. So that one's not changing for some reason. And there it goes. Okay, finally it did it for us. M for middle, I for insert, D for delete. They're all still the same keyboard, same, everything's all the same on that. So that's still what I'll continue to use. Probably not so much of this. Maybe one day I'll mess with that, but not right now. I haven't. But all the rest seems to be the same. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, got something out of it, give me a thumbs up and give me a like. Subscribe to my channel. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If there's something that you saw that, you know, maybe you have this already and you were messing with it and you saw something different, then just go ahead and let me know what it is. But till the next one, I appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Thumbs up and subscribe. Just go ahead and click it.